video we are going to discuss fine arts, that is painting question paper of 2021. So this question paper is of total of 15 marks. So we would begin with the first question, that what do you know about the Indian national flag and how different was the present national flag from the one which was accepted by Gandhiji in 1921? Explain the difference on the basis of color, design and symbols. So I will give you a brief, like this question could also be framed into a 5 marker, but here it's mentioned in 2 marks. So if you write 4 or 6 points, it would be great. So I will give you a details, and we can frame answer through pointing out some main points from this detail. So what do you know about the Indian national flag? So Indian national flag was made to have a separate identity of India as a national freedom movement. So the transition of this national flag happened in 3 stages. The first one was which in 1906, second one which came up in 1921. So this flag which came up in 1921 was accepted by Gandhiji, and the third flag which came in 1947 when India got independence. The flag which was brought in 1947 is still used till now. So what is national flag? It's a national identity. So how different was the present? आज का जो हमारा national flag है वो 1921 वाले से कैसे different है? So जो 1921 वाला national flag है वो All India Congress की meeting में accept हुआ था, and इसमें difference ये था कि जो उसमें 3 वो थे rows थे, 3 columns थे, and उसमें white, green and red color था, and बीच में एक चरखा का symbol था. Okay, and Gandhiji, even in this flag, Gandhiji suggested that the addition of white strip represent remaining communities of the India. So जो white strip थी सबकी टॉप की वो remaining communities को showcase करती थी, and जो उसमें green था, green and red था, वो हमारी इंडिया की 2 major communities को represent करता था, that is Hindu and Muslims. Okay, and ये फ्लैग गांधी जी ने एक्सेप्ट किया था. अब इसमें और जो अभी फ्लैग है उसमें भी हम 3 वो देख सकते हैं कॉलम्स, रोज, जिसमें हमारे ऑरेंज कलर सैफरन जिसे कहते हैं, फिर वाइट जिसमें एक अशोक चक्र बना हुआ है, एंड सबसे नीचे है ग्रीन कलर. सो दिस फ्लैग वाज hosted on 15th of August, and it was accepted by everyone. It was also resolved that the flag significance remained the same, and the flag significance remains the same, but there is a little difference of colors. Like earlier it used to be red in the bottom, but now it's green, and on the top that's saffron. So this is the difference. Explain the difference on, so we have to explain difference on the basis of color, design and symbol. So the flag which was brought in 1921 had charkha, whereas the flag which is presently the flag has a Ashok Chakra. So this is the difference of symbols. So we could frame this answer accordingly. Now the second question is, write about any famous painting of Raja Ravi Varma, highlighting the subject matter of his paintings and his art style. So one of the famous paintings of Raja Ravi Varma was Rama vanquishing the pride of the ocean. So this was made during modern period. We could say this is the painting of modern history, and of course the painter is Raja Ravi Varma, and the medium through which he painted this was oil colors on canvas. So this is presently kept in Lalit Kala Academy, which is in New Delhi. So what is the subject matter? This painting is basically based on episode of Valmiki's Ramayana, preparing forces for invading Lanka to recover Sita. So Sita ji was there in Lanka, and Ramji went to save her, and when he was crossing the ocean, so that was not allowing to pass through. Ocean was not allowing Ramji to go through it. So this painting showed Ramji's anger, that how he was very angry, threatened Lord, the god of ocean, that he would destroy if he didn't allow the bridge to build, which was important, so that Ram could save Sita. Only then, because if the bridge would be made, only then Ramji's forces could cross the ocean to reach Lanka. Sri Ram, being angry, takes his bow and wants the ocean to eradicate that. So he takes off his bow and asks the ocean to make a way, to make a bridge so they can cross that ocean and reach Lanka. Now we will talk about the art style which he followed, Raja Ravi Varma followed. So he blended the Indian traditions with European techniques that including oil paint and easel painting. He also made printed replicates this, and this painting basically shows placidity of colors and rhythmicity in linear dilation is capable to attract attention. This painting manifests the effect of light and shadow that so this painting is basically the blend of Indian traditions and European style. So now we will come to the next question. The next question is, a famous painter who is considered as the father of Indian Renaissance and the Society of Oriental Art, who introduced a new style of art by combining Indian Mughal and Rajasthani styles of notation along with the Japanese wash technique. His style later became known as the Bengal School. Identify the artist and describe his main medium and name one of the major artworks. So basically this is the descript of a painter, so we need to identify that. So it is talking about the famous painter Abanindranath Tagore. He was the founder of Indian Society of Oriental Arts. So he drew his inspiration from various sources like the art of Ajanta cave took inspiration from art of Ajanta cave to promote nationalistic Indian art along with other artists. As we see that during the modern era, Britishers were there, so they were trying to put European style in India. So due to encourage Indian traditions, he took inspiration from things which are present in India like Ajanta art. Abanindranath Tagore adopted Japanese wash technique and Chinese calligraphic traditions into his style and successfully incorporated them with Indian themes. So he intermixed different themes together, which actually created beautiful paintings. His painting style was very individual, characterized by simple bold forms and a rhythmic quality. So his paintings were very fascinating. His paintings were highly imaginative works, usually which was focusing on, so we would see that what was his subject of paintings. So his paintings basically focused on animals, imaginary creatures which are full of facility and humor. Nature, even natural scenes like different natural scenes like we could say forest were also included. Different folk festival, history, public life, fun and frockery, even the theme of Krishna was sometimes depicted through his painting. So if we talk about one of his famous artwork is Journey's End. This is made with tempera and wash technique of watercolors. Medium used in this painting was watercolors and paper. In this painting, a picture has been shown where a camel with a yellow-brown color and a massive goods laden on his back, tied with cords, shown by combination of blue, black, brown, and yellow color. This shows that how humans use animals and how we overburden them and they literally get tired. So this painting of Abanindranath Tagore also gives a social message. Now let's move to the next question. Name the painter who painted Meghdut series. Telling the medium of the painting of this artist included in your syllabus. Write briefly about his art style. So, painted by Gopal with coordination of colors. This painting was shown in a very artistic style. Medium which was used was watercolor on paper with tempera wash technique. So this painting also belongs to Bengal School of Art, which is styled together with a feeling of tenderness in an excellent way. So we could see very pleasing colors. So there were many prime themes. So mainly Ram Gopalaji's paintings had prime themes of Bihari, Satya Sai or Meghdut, Kumar Sambhav. So he had such themes. He was a genius. He uses different techniques, like he uses strokes, lines which are calligraphic, which are taken from calligraphic influence of Japanese and Eastern art. He drew like Abanindranath Tagore, he also drew his inspiration from various sources. So Ram Gopalji drew his inspiration from sources like Ramayana, Mahabharata, which are epic texts. His second genre of painting depicted themes of colorful Rajasthani life. His paintings also showed some Rajasthani style, which are linear studies of their realistic simplicity of work and play the hustle of their faces and festivals. So different themes could be seen in the paintings made by Ram Gopalji. So now let's move to the next question. Name any two sculptures from your course of study which shows daily life of labor class. Write about the subject matter and material used for making the sculpture. So the two sculptures which shows daily life of labor is, first one is Triumph of Labor. So this was made by Devi Prasad Roy Chaudhary. This monument, we all know, it shows the human spirit that wins over hardships with unified labor. So there is a brilliant study of 4 human figures with rippling muscles, intense physical effort is shown. So Devi Prasad Roy basically worked with the human muscle, so very detailed artwork could be seen in this sculpture. So the focal point, it's the original. So the original form is this sculpture was made up of bronze and cement on the beach of Madras, and its portrayal has also been set up in the National Gallery of Modern Art in New Delhi. And if we talk about Devi Prasad Roy, he makes paintings on various issues like which shows that how laborers are engaged in work, and muscles of laborers are beautifully shown in his artworks. Next painting which shows the daily life of labor classes is Cries Unheard. This was painted by Amarnath Sher-Gil, which is also made of bronze, and it also talks about the importance of individual freedom and human dignity, and it also shows the horrors of political violence. It has also shown the poverty and its ill effects. 3 figures can be seen, the father, mother and the child, which belong to a same family. Now let's move to the next question. So these two are case based questions. The first one is, write about the prominent artist during the national freedom movement, how these artists contributed to the freedom movement. Write about any one such artwork which played an important role in the struggle of freedom. So the famous artists are Abanindranath Tagore, Amrita Sher-Gil, Purna Ghosh, Nandlal Bose, Gajendranath Tagore, Asit Kumar. So these artists, firstly Bharat Mata, which is a very famous painting, was made by Abanindranath Tagore, and this painting was recreated by many artists whose name I mentioned. So these showed the various movements, struggles which were present during Indian freedom, like Swadeshi movement, INC. Even one of the artists drew various paintings of INC members, leaders, to show the different freedom movement which was prominent during those times. And the famous artwork which we can talk about in this question could be of Bharat Mata, which was recreated by many artists. Now let's move to the next question. Write about the title, composition and content of printmaker Anupam Sud's painting, which is included in our course book. Briefly described about the medium and the technique used by her in the printmaking. So the painting which was made by Anupam Sud was of walls. This was also made during modern era. The technique used is lithograph, so it is made on paper and medium is monochromes. So her work is often interpreted as a representation of poverty and loneliness. Artist is most of the personal moment. Subject is unconsciously lost in the mystery of times. So her paintings are very meaningful, which gives different meanings of representation of poverty. So her realism focuses on human body that is exposed to harsh of the society, suffocating walls of prejudice. This graphic print of lithograph techniques and photographic image. So these are the two techniques which is used in this painting. So there is a woman which could be seen, in which woman's face has been shown with a black color without any expression, means which could mean that she has no existence now in the living world. So socially she's so dead, like her husband, which could be seen in front of her. Through this creation, artist has manifested the truth, which is the stimulation of life of a lady. So this shows how the life of lady revolves. So now let's move to the next question. I think this is the last question of this paper. So discuss the painting Haldi grinders included in your course of study on the basis of the following points: name of the painter, name of the painting, name of the painter of the painting, medium and content of the artwork, expressions expressed by the painter in the painting, artistic composition of the painting, and the art style. So this is a 4 marks. So the Haldi grinders was made by Amrita Sher-Gil, and it was made during 1940, and the medium which was used was oil on canvas, and it is preserved in the National Gallery of Modern Art, New Delhi. Now if we talk about the subject matter, which will include various details of expression, are that the whole picture represent a actual sitting of a village household, and a woman is sitting and grinding haldi, which is shown in a traditional way. And if we talk about Amrita Sher-Gil's painting, which had great empathy and fascination for rural, poor and authentic India. She carried within her a deep sense of expression, and various things could be interpreted from her paintings. So this painting is a portrayal of domestic Indian household, and it shows how कि इंडियन वुमेन्स का हाउस होल्ड कैसा होता है, एंड हाउ कि हल्दी को कैसे ग्राइंड किया जाता है. Tree trunks could be seen that frame the main figures to bring them into focus. So this is describing how the painting is. Like we could write about a little bit of the description of the painting. And Amrita's artwork was influenced by realism, and the details of leaves was influenced by Rajput and Pahari miniature painting, which is also mentioned in our syllabus. So this is it, and this was a brief of this question. These were some brief answers. We can add more points to it if it comes for more marks. Like last year we had it for 40 marks. Now it is normal now, so it would happen for 30 marks. So if marks increases, we can also add more points about this. Thank you.